Hey guys, I thought I'd bring you a Fishroom update today. You can probably hear the dehumidifier in the back. Hey guys, I thought I'd bring you an update on the Fishroom build out. You can probably hear a dehumidifier going on in the background. No, but seriously guys, that was a throwback to the first, I think it's the first Fishroom update ever, which was in 2015, long time ago. You know, we're crashing in on 2018 any day now. But cleared this wall. Those tanks that were behind me are no longer. This wall is going to be dedicated to the studio. All this got to come down. New drywall's got to go up. We got to do a bunch of work. All the tanks obviously have moved at this point, and we're still working. So that's all I got right now. We'll chime in more with what Joel's getting done and more what we got to do. I got to take down all the airlines. You know, so a lot of people are asking like, how do you do this type of stuff? We filmed it all. So there's like this airline. If you're like, hey, how'd you put that up? A video exists dedicated to that. Same with the drain line we took out. There used to be a drain line coming across here, all that. So I'll put a link to those in this video because those are still like timeless. How to set up your drain lines, how to set up your water fill lines, how to set up your air manifold system, all that kind of stuff. Now we're deleting it all, unfortunately, so my work's, you know, but it served me well for 2 years. So yeah, now I gotta get to work because cracking the whip. We got a deadline to meet. Here at the Aquarium Co-op Drywall Company, we take the time to make sure that everything is perfect, pristine as we move along in our project. All right, well, balancing this on my head because I still haven't put any things to hold it yet, but we are to the plumbing stage. This is all RO line. We're using push to fit connectors and you know, putting it together as neatly as we can. There's some slack here at the moment because I have to cut in the water line. We basically need to put one of these in line here and water will drop down in, and that's really what we're working on. Once I can get these auto filling, we can start actually putting them together. But I have a rule that if they don't auto water change, I don't put water in them because then I don't run into problems like, oh, that project's taking way longer than I thought. So I want to put them in as far away from the overflow as I can, so they're going in the left corner because the right corner has the overflow. And this is a special tool that I got to use here. If you use normal scissors, it crimps the hose and then these connections don't work. So this one cradles it and cuts it perfectly in theory. Something like that. And then we push one end on. So get that way in there. And then it's snug on. And we do that for the other side here. So that's now in there. We're gonna pull that tight. And then finish screwing it in with my tiny little screwdriver. But now we're in there. I can do it a little bit more probably. I have to get a bigger screwdriver on this one. Some of the wood's hard. I think nowadays 92% or more is considered to be set. So that means out of 100 babies, 92 will look like the adults, 8 will be oddballs.
Yeah.
I had some black Moscows that were more like 99.8 out of 100, and because I didn't see the mutations for a few years. It was like 2 years later they started throwing albinos.
Right.
I get zone 1. Let me try it. We hope as always. So now in theory, set to zone 1, and we try it. So it's not as fast of a water change, which is good. We just leave it on longer. And now I just need to check like all the connections to make sure they're not just leaking all over the place. That'd be bad. Looks great there. If you want to tuck in here, Jimmy, you can check these out, but yeah, it seems to be working great. So you can see all the connections back in here. How we've basically got it running, following the drain, comes up, shoots over here to a T, runs this whole 2 bottom tanks, goes up, runs the other 2 tanks, and we're just checking connections now. Man, I gotta say, those push connections holding up pretty good so far. That's, I mean, I've seen it in action in Dean's room, but it seemed too easy to work. Like, that seemed too good to be true. Working good there. And it works good up there. Dang. Alright, well now we just gotta set this to run. And I think next, I'm gonna track down the 1-inch black tubing, or not tubing, PVC, so we can set the drains. And then we can scrape down the fronts and start getting it clean and letting it overflow, because there's no doubt dust in here. Could be chemicals. There's glass dust from when we drilled the bulkhead. There's a piece of paint right there. All that kind of stuff we're gonna get out and going. But yeah, I think we could let this run for, it's probably gonna run for like 10 hours, I bet you. Well, you see how long it's going here. It's been a couple of minutes, but you can see over here, like it's picking up all the dust. And so all that needs to run out and, out and through the drain. So, and then we get to test the drains. Oh my God, I haven't even thought about how bad it's gonna be if these are leaky. It's gonna be real bad. I did tighten them, but there's, oh man, I don't know. I don't think you can get behind it. It's not be fun. Let's just cross fingers and hope that none of the bulkheads leak. Yeah, that's what I'm going for now. This one will be easier because there's more room behind. Because if we put like 29 stuff or 75, it's gonna be a little bit more room. I think this will be a little bit easier because there's more room here too. But yeah, all right. I'll have to find more parts. Alright, so with the DIY thermometer that we have installed over on the water change system, it's coming out at about 75. I want it to be more like 78, 80. So I'm going to adjust my inline water heater. It's at 98 here, but we're throttling it down here with temperature control valve. So I'm going to turn it up, and let's see, to turn it up more. In theory, we're going to go like, oh, I have to find a screwdriver to get it out a little bit more. Hold on. Oh wait, I can just, there we go. So now I made that little adjustment. I'll walk over there, I'll see where it settles out, come back and adjust a little again, but that's kind of the thing we got to do. And the reason we got to do that is, being that it's winter, the new cold water coming in is way colder. So it always takes a little bit of adjustment. We do it here at the store and here, and we got to adjust it about twice a year, basically when it's winter and when it's not winter, to calibrate it. So it's not a one size, one adjustment always works. There's a little bit to it. Oh, we're vlogging. Just put put sand in one of the tanks. So we're getting that out of the way. Now I gotta start drilling tanks because that wall's being held up by not having tanks drilled and painted. And I can't be much help. We're mostly clearing stuff off the wall very slowly at the moment. And yeah, so there's not a lot I can really do to help speed that process up. So I'll work on other things. That's what you do.